everyone, welcome back. We've got another reaction video today, and if you're new here, welcome. My gosh, what have you been doing all your life? You found your home, it's all good. Today we're going to be reacting to Lawrence, and if you guys don't know who Lawrence is, then you should definitely go do a Google search, because the female vocalist in this band is off the charts incredible. Like, how is she not absolutely insanely famous yet? I don't know, because she is one of the best vocalists I've personally ever listened to in my life, and I think you're gonna get a really good taste of that right now. So if you're not already following us on Instagram, you can go follow our studio page at SoundcheckAU, or you can follow me personally at Zarjav, and we can be friends there, we can hang out, which would be really cool. Let's do it.
I won't talk about the weather, not with you. We're not together, 'cause even when the sky is gray, I'm feeling blue.
Oh,
and though the winds are always changing and the clouds are rearranging, a part of me will always be in love with you.
There's a fire in LA, and since you moved there back in May, I wonder, should I call to see if you're right? You're a million miles away, but I still think of you each day and hope the weather doesn't keep you cold at night. So I won't talk about the weather. No, I won't talk about the weather. I won't talk about the weather. Not with you, we're not together. 'Cause even when the sky is gray, I'm feeling blue. And though the winds are always changing and the clouds are rearranging, part of me will always be in love with you.
Oh my gosh, we're a minute and a half in, but so much to talk about already. Does she not just have some of the best vocal technique you've ever heard? I love how unique her tone is as well. So she does some really cool choices there. First of all, she picks some really interesting vowels. So she uses a technique called diphthongs, and basically a diphthong is when you're morphing two vowels together. So instead of saying rain, she might say rain, and really lean into that second vowel, rain. Do you hear that like that dual vowel action happening there? And she really leans into morphing her vowels into something really unique. And she has really cool pronunciation. It's super indie. It's super different for her as well. It's kind of hard to tell where she's from. I think they're from America, but her accent is like so thick and strong in her singing. It's kind of difficult to tell where they're from. And then if we're talking about the actual texture of her voice, right now she's got a super breathy tone, so not a ton of closure in her vocal folds, and she's got a heap of vibrato coming through. And her vibrato is really, really consistent, which is not always easy, especially on low notes. It takes a lot of support to be able to do that. And she's really doing it super effortlessly. But something that I know about this vocalist is that she starts here, but she's gonna go crazy. I hope she's gonna go crazy. So this is a really good starting point to allow her to build into a really bigger sound throughout the song. Oh, and how good are the harmonies? I love that.
So I won't talk about the weather. No, I won't talk about the weather. I won't talk about the weather. Not with you, we're not together. And it's hard to say if we will ever be. But I'll admit my greatest fear is that the air will never clear. So I just wish that we could talk like you and me. I won't talk about the weather, not with you and not together. But I wonder if we're ever really through. 'Cause if we're talking about weather, you and I should be together. Oh, I know I'll always be in love with you.
Those chords. what I was waiting for.
I won't talk about the weather. I won't talk about the weather. Now with you
We're not together, but I
No, I wonder if you ever
talking about weather.
Ooh, those vowels. That's such a good opportunity to explain exactly what I was talking about before with her pronunciation. So she's saying talk about, but she kind of says to kaboo. Like she doesn't really pronounce that fully how we would usually talk, but that's what makes her voice super unique. Let's go back and just listen to that.
now with you.
We're not together, but I
No, I wonder if you ever
talking about weather. You and I should
So
be
cool.
together. Oh, I know
Ooh.
it always will.
All right, take it away. Yeah.
These guys are the real deal.
No, I won't talk. No, I won't talk.
Keep that going. Keep that going. Talk about the weather. Now with you, we're not together. But I wonder if we'll ever make it through.
Oh, this is so cute.
Talk about the weather. You and I should be together. And I know we'll always be in love with you. And I know. Well, I know. Well, I know I'll always be in love with
Ah, such good vibes. I absolutely love what they did with that song. So this is one of their original songs, and I have heard the original version of this before, and it's closer to the first half of that video, but they did a completely gospel switch up in that second half. And I don't know about you guys, but gospel is just so feel good to me. Like it just makes me want to get up and dance. You probably saw that I was just bopping along to that whole video. I just can't help it when I listen to gospel music. But there's so many amazing things about Gracie in particular, her voice, that we can point out. First of all, her ad-libs, her runs, and her improvisation is just off the charts. The fact that she can just pour out these runs and they just literally like trickle out of her and they're so spot on every single time. I think that just shows how much technique and work she has put into her practice and her instrument. And then when we talk about Clyde, her brother, I think, who's on the keys or the piano, he's just a real all-rounded musician. Like the fact that he's just jamming out on the piano and then just like singing out with this beautiful raspy tone to his voice. He's the real deal. And I think bringing it all together, it just feels like such a jam. It just feels like they're in a room of these really talented musicians and they're all just vibing off each other, and I don't know, I kind of want to be in the room with them.
No.
I think this kind of setup where you're just jamming out with people and seeing what happens is like my favorite kind of way to practice and to connect with other musicians. So I really hope you enjoyed that video. It's such a fun one, and if you haven't checked out more of Lawrence, you should 100% do that because they are absolutely incredible and their music is some of my favorite music and songs that I've ever listened to. If you enjoyed this video, you can feel free to give us a thumbs up and you can leave a comment down below of what you want us to react to next. We actually have a ton of amazing musicians in our team here at Soundcheck Studios. We've got guitarists, we've got pianists, we've got drummers, we've got a ton of singing teachers, so it'd be really cool to get some of those people involved as well and do some collaborative Coach Reacts videos. So you just let us know what you want to see and we will make it happen. See you next time.